Coming up on this edition of the Newsfeed, we'll take a look at the Red Cross's adoption of Virginia Blood Services.
Plus, an inside look at new research conducted by Virginia Tech School of Neuroscience.
And Kroger's new wine bar offers shoppers a more spirited shopping experience. Those stories and more are just ahead.
Roll A, take A.
Hello and thanks for joining us for this edition of the Newsfeed. I'm Danielle Jeffers.
And I'm Becky Sutton. Downtown business is booming and cutthroat in Blacksburg. New businesses have to create new ideas to attract their customers. Sunday Best and FOMO are two examples of marketing is key to survive in downtown. Newsfeed reporter Jordan Nichols has more.
Main Street in Blacksburg is a central part of the Virginia Tech experience, yet many local business owners struggle to what seems to be a tough area. The Sunday Best Boutique is one of those businesses. Paige Goodwin of the Sunday Best Boutique explains.
Brings more people down to the area and walking around. I think people get kind of stuck in the nucleus of campus, but also it's so easy to just see all your friends in your apartment complexes. People just don't come out here and socialize in the downtown area.
Visitors can see empty buildings next to thriving businesses in downtown Blacksburg. Business is seasonal and caters more toward times when school is in and football season. Yusuf Rahim of FOMO explains.
Nowadays, owning a business isn't just having good food or a good product, it's also how you market it, it's how you present it. And that's why we try to make a solid effort at making the place look a little bit different than most coffee shops or most dessert places that you go to.
Social media is a presence each business emphasized as a major role in their outreach to students, adding a new experience to the tough Blacksburg market.
So being a small business, that attention to detail is super important to us.
Although Blacksburg is a booming community, these businesses have to come up with strategic marketing plans to be successful. I'm Jordan Nichols for the Newsfeed.
Downtown Blacksburg has another bar to add to its list, but this one is somewhere you may not expect. The Kroger on South Main Street recently opened a new feature to its already large-scale grocery store, a bar. It is just like any other bar, but it offers a unique twist on the traditional scene. With free wine and beer tastings, customers can then turn around and purchase their favorites right from the aisle. The bar also has growler fill-ups and no shortage of visitors.
The traffic has been picking up a lot. When we opened, of course, everyone was very confused and amazed. They're like, there's a bar in Kroger. This is really cool.
The bar officially opened this past summer, and the bartenders say it has become a hot spot for locals as well, as students who go for the experience as much as the wine and beer itself. According to officials, this location is pegged for a full remodel and will hold a grand reopening this October.
It's often said that buying pets in college is a bad idea. College students across the globe have earned a bad reputation for abandoning their pets during breaks and after graduation. But for Blacksburg, that doesn't seem to be the case. Newsfeed reporter Cassie Simmons has more in this report.
Students are often advised not to adopt animals while they're still in college. The common thought process is that they won't know what to do with the animal during breaks or after graduation. In the New River Valley, however, that doesn't seem to be the case.
The students get a bad rap, and we hear that a lot. Oh, well, these students are going to come in and adopt, and it won't stick and things like that. But I think on the contrary, as long as we're doing our jobs up front and making sure that these animals, that the potential adopters are thinking things through all the way, then students become a resource.
Director of Montgomery County Animal Care and Adoption Center, Eileen Mahan, says a large number of their adopters are students. Students also regularly help the shelter by volunteering their time.
They are helping us clean and helping with the front desk. And so instead of, if they can't commit to a pet, they come in and they help. They become an asset for us.
Unlike the stereotype, the shelter says college students they've encountered are extremely beneficial to their organization. Over the summer, students helped foster about 100 animals. Students like Hannah Corey at Virginia Tech are horrified by the idea of separating from their adopted animal. She says she's in it for the long run.
They're like babies. They're just as needy as babies, and you have to show them love, and they show you love, and so Yeah, no, he's never going to be left by me, ever.
Reporting for the newsfeed from Montgomery County, this is Cassie Simmons.
Taking effect in the fall, Virginia Blood Services will be a part of the American Red Cross. Both businesses believe that this new merge will serve the community and improve blood centers' productivity for the better. The Virginia Blood Service has had a long history of servicing blood donors for over 40 years. They share the same business mindset and mission goals. Once they were rivals competing for blood products, but soon they will become one entity. Both blood centers believe that becoming one business will allow them to take and distribute blood products more effectively.
With the merger, they are able to maintain the quality of care and patience that they're able to give with everyone in order to maintain that everybody be happy and healthy.
The Virginia Blood Service plans to maintain all blood centers and staff members. Their name will also be updated to the American Red Cross in early November.
Just ahead on the news feed, have you heard of the Benny's Pizza Challenge? Reporter Zach Perhatch takes an inside look at what the challenge entails and whether or not anyone has actually succeeded.
And what the Virginia Tech School of Neuroscience plans to do with a multi-million-dollar research grant. That story and more after this break.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to the newsfeed. I'm Danielle Jeffers.
And I'm Becky Sutton.
A fresh new major at Virginia Tech has grown at an exponential rate. Only 5 years in, the department has already received a multi-million-dollar research grant. Newsfeed reporter Allie Lemaire tells us more.
Only 5 years in, Virginia Tech School of Neuroscience has already received a multi-million-dollar grant to conduct cutting-edge research. Dr. Michelle Olson, an associate professor and head of the Olson Research Lab, is one of 5 professors on the team.
So this new project that we're just getting started on involves the role of this cell type, the astrocyte, in a phenomenon called post-traumatic epilepsy. For a large portion of epilepsy patients, they start to have seizures after they experience a brain injury. And they seem fine for some period of time after they heal from the initial injury, but then at some point later, they develop seizures. And the seizures impacts, as you can imagine, many aspects of their life.
The research team has welcomed 30 students to their ranks to help analyze critical data. One student, Muhana Hussain, gives us a closer look at his work.
An EEG analysis typically looks like this, just measuring the brainwaves of the animals that we use to look at post-traumatic epilepsy models.
The Olson Lab looks forward to formally announcing the donors for this research project. This is Allie Lemaire reporting for the newsfeed.
Native at VT continues their work on the Indigenous Garden Project in the Turfgrass Research Center. The garden promotes American Indian traditions as members of the organization grow plants much like their ancestors did. Project members follow the techniques of the Monacan tribe. Plants such as corn, beans, and squash are all grown together in small plots of land. The corn stalk creates a frame for the beans to grow along. The beans would help fix nitrogen to the soil, and the low-growing squash helps prevent weeds from growing around the plants. The team brings together various disciplines including soil science, forestry, historical interpretation, and community organization.
working with your hands and really getting to know the plants, getting to know nature is a very spiritual thing. And so everyone who's been working on the garden is really doing it as like a grounding experience and a very personal, like spiritual experience.
All produce grown on the farm is given back to the Monacan tribe. Seeds are kept for the following seasons.
As Virginia Tech's student body continues to grow, the dining halls on campus have had to learn to adapt to changes. The consistent lack of staff and overflow of students in recent years has forced dining services to become more active in finding solutions. As many restaurants have had to close early, multiple advertisements, sign-up sheets, and flyers promoting dining services have become more prevalent around campus. New incentives and perks have been established to create more interest and enhance the employee experience. They have increased wages to $10 per hour and also offer paid work studies.
It's right on campus. It's super easy and super convenient to work for dining services. They're very flexible. You even only have to work 1 hour or 1 4-hour shift a week. It's very flexible. $10 an hour is a pretty good starting amount of pay now.
As another bonus, free meal vouchers are provided at every shift. Overall, those with dining services are hoping employment will rise in the coming weeks as students settle into campus and discover the new and improved employment experience available to them. Competitive eating isn't synonymous with Blacksburg, Virginia. However, a local pizza restaurant has a challenge for those that think they have what it takes. Newsfeed reporter Zach Perhatch has more in this story.
Benny Marzano's is a popular pizza joint in downtown Blacksburg, known for their huge pieces of pizza, what they call the Virginia slice. But with huge pizza comes a huge challenge. Can someone eat a whole pie? The challenge, known as the Benny's Challenge, started when the owners of Benny's wanted a food challenge to bring more attention to the restaurant. Ryan Yates, a manager at Benny's, acknowledges the difficulty of the challenge.
The whole 28-inch pizza with a pound and a half of pepperoni and sausage on it. I think at this point, between all 20 locations, we're probably getting close to about 2,000 people trying it.
One of those challengers that has attempted is Connor Dewey, a senior at Virginia Tech.
Got pretty far. I got around 5.5 slices, so pretty far, but it ended with me buying the pizza. So
of those thousands that have attempted, only 3 have ever completed the Benny's Challenge.
This is just one piece of Benny's pizza. Competitors in the Benny's Challenge have to eat 8 of these in addition to toppings in order to be crowned Benny's champion.
Those toppings include 1.5 pounds of sausage and pepperoni, bringing the total weight to 9.5 pounds of pizza that needs to be consumed in just 1 hour. Reporting for the Newsfeed, I'm Zach Perhatch.
That will wrap up this edition of the Newsfeed.
If you have a story idea for the Newsfeed, let us know. Send us an email at thenewsfeednrv@gmail.com. And as always, you can also connect with the Newsfeed on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching. I'm Danielle Jefferson.
And I'm Becky Sutton.